Hey everybody, I'm Lori Duthie and I'm here with The Art of Awareness. And today I'm speaking with Winsome Kirton, who is a Grand Rapids transplant from New York City. She's also the CEO of BreakingBread.ai, which is a super cool tech tool we're going to learn about, which ends all of your need to go back and forth to organize things for your club, for your church, for your organization. It just makes it seamless to create dog walking and dinners and all kinds of chances to get together. In addition, Winsome is a serial entrepreneur. This is her third project. She's also been with the Michigan State Innovation Lab as their in-house entrepreneur. Did I say that correctly, Winsome?
So I actually was an entrepreneur in residence for the MSc Research Center, but that was many, many years ago.
Thank you.
Most recently, I participated in their accelerator program.
Okay.
So that's just for small business, for startups that are scalable to get access to more resources across the state of Michigan.
I love it.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about Breaking Bread. What led you?
Yeah.
What is it? What led you to develop it? What brought this about?
Yeah, so Breaking Bread is my AI startup, and it's a platform that helps facilitate in-person gatherings. So I really I started this about a year ago is when the idea kind of came to me. As you mentioned, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I also have two small kids. I was going through a lot of life changes and started to realize that I didn't feel like I had my sense of community here in Grand Rapids. I moved here from New York City almost 8 years ago, and you would think by then I would have my close circles. But being an entrepreneur, being really involved in community, I would go to a lot of big events. I was a part of a lot of groups. But for me, belonging doesn't really happen in these big rooms. It happens around small tables, sharing a meal with people.
I'm so with you. Like you can go to all the big events in the world, but it's so hard to have the conversation where you walk away going, oh, yeah, I know that person now. Like
I know their
they
story.
are now friend.
They know my story. You know, I would invite them over to my house, or they have invited me over to their house. I know their kids' names. You know, there are things that really happen when you get to connect with someone more intimately and organically. That doesn't happen in the room, when you're sitting in a gala with 1,000 other people.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
So I did an experiment. I was really, interested in my own feeling of belonging in the intersection of like the loneliness epidemic that we keep hearing about. And all of the things that are contributing to this loss of the village, right?
Yeah.
And I did this experiment with a leadership cohort that I was a part of where I just started organizing dinner party roulette. Every month, 3 people would get matched together and someone would host at their home. We were doing multiple dinners a month, and it was such a success that I was like, wow, we really all need to be breaking bread more.
Right? Yeah. I used to do a similar thing with several of my colleagues. So there were 3 other women and I, and they were all amazing cooks.
Ooh, so that's nice.
I am not an amazing cook, and their husbands were amazing cooks. But I will say it was really great for my daughter to see, too. She was younger at the time, and it was really nice to see her watch us interact with other adults, hear adult conversation, like sort of have that experience of getting to know people in that way.
Yeah. And it's breaking bread, sharing a meal is like the oldest social technology that we have, right? If you think about it. But there has been something lost. And I think, we can blame our smartphones. We can blame social media. We can blame COVID.
Yeah.
We can blame AI chatbots. There's so many things that have contributed to kind of this loss of in-person casual interaction. And when you try to revive that, especially in groups, I mean, realistically, like we're programmed for convenience today.
We are.
And it gets messy.
Yeah.
The long group threads,
Oh my gosh, the back and forth. And when you're the one person who's like out of town for the event and like everyone's going back and forth and you're like, oh, please save me. Like, I know I've silenced your little group, but I don't want to drop out. And now I'm like,
I still want to be invited to the next one.
Right. Exactly.
Or sometimes like you are the organizer. Like you're the one that always feels like you have to initiate this, And like some people don't mind being the village admin, I'll call them.
Yeah.
But it gets
I love those
exhausting
people,
sometimes.
but I am not one.
I am not. I mean, after a long week, I'm like, I want to Netflix and chill. But if you invite me somewhere,
I feel like you're a little more highfalutin than I, doing the Netflix and chill. I was going to say Bravo and chill, but yeah.
Housewives. I can get behind a couple of housewives.
Below Deck. I have to say, Below Deck is my gig. That's my jam. So that's awesome. So how does it logistically work?
Yeah.
Like if I have a club like right now, or a group at work, or just my department.
Yeah, your hybrid team, an affinity networking group, like your country club. I mean, there's so many different ways that you can use this, your church. I kind of used to describe it as like Bumble for groups meets Calendly meets Open Table meets, you know, like all these tools that we have.
I was waiting for you to say Tinder, where I could just like go through my workplace and be like,
we're not swiping.
Left,
it's not
right,
swiping.
Left. Okay, so we're not swiping people in and out of Breaking Bread. Okay, that's very kind of you.
But I kind of feel like because it's all of these tools, like really what it is it's like agentic AI. So every group in the platform gets their own like AI assistant, their own agent that can be more autonomous and actually like matching groups together so that you guys can break bread, and it'll handle all the logistics, the reservation, communicating all the dietary restrictions, you know, like all those things that go into it. Or it can be more of a planning assistant. You know, you can say like, hey, like me and my group of 5 people really want to get together. We want to have a picnic. We want to bring our dogs. We want it to be casual. And you'll like find the right park for you that has picnic tables and like, you know, make the reservation if you have to make a reservation. Great. So just really like facilitating all those messy logistics that like nobody actually wants to do.
And I can see that in so many different settings. You know, like you said, it could be your church using it. It could be your office using it. It could just be the group of busy parents with young
the working
kids.
moms.
Yeah,
you know, all of the moms that I see during drop off at daycare, and we were like, hey, you know, like kind of in the hallway,
we're
like
it's
dragging
so
our
hard
kids
to
along.
actually,
Yeah,
I think that's one thing I've learned as a parent, particularly as a working mom, is I really have struggled making deep friendships with other mothers because it is so transactional. It's so like, oh, are you bringing the cupcakes? I'm going to bring the green pasta. Like, whatever it is, I feel like meeting other parents.
just like passing ships in the night. Like you see each
really
other,
was.
like sign up names on the like, on the reading list.
And finding
But
those
other than
more
that-
intimate moments where you actually get to find out, like, oh, well, where are you from? And what do you do when you're not in the school pickup drop-off line?
Yeah. Oh, you also have the same challenges that I have with my 4-year-old.
Go figure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love this idea. So do you entertain a lot at your house?
You know, I have been entertaining a lot more.
Yeah.
And I will say this has been really a recent thing for me in the last year where I decided like, okay, I'm looking for, you know, more intimate relationships. Let me just start hosting. Like, I'm going to just be the host.
Yeah.
So, I have been really trying to be intentional about inviting people over, opening my home to people.
Right.
Cooking. I love to cook. I don't know if I'm the best host, but I love cooking. I love feeding people. It's like my love language.
Oh my gosh. Be my best friend because I really like setting a table, but I don't like cooking. But I think there's something to like letting go of the need to be perfect. And I can remember my mom, when we lived in California, my mother would come out for, you know, a month or a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And sort of be ingratiated into our lives. And she's like, you guys just decide on a Friday and the house isn't picked up. I'm like, Mom,
we actually
if
live
I
here.
waited to look like I was an organized, put together person, like nobody would ever do anything, much less come over to my house. And there is something about, you know, in my case, when we don't cook, it's like grab barbecue on the way, order a pizza. But it's just having that
totally
space.
casual. And I mentioned social media as being one of the things that's kind of like taking us a part of this like physical in-person gathering.
Yeah.
And part of that is because we hold ourselves to like these crazy high standards of influencers, you know, where like their house is perfect, their family is perfect, their food looks perfect. And now we feel the sense of like obligation
Exactly.
When the reality is, just like have someone over. It's
Show
okay
up.
if there's toys on
And
the
don't
floor.
you always feel better when you see someone else's chaos?
Oh, totally.
I like
We're all living parallel lives.
I have this sweetest neighbor who has like 4 kids under 3. And it brought me such
They're busy.
joy in February. I would pull out to take my daughter to school and I would see her Christmas tree in the sunroom. And I was like, Nicole, you're making me feel so good because my Christmas tree's still up.
I still have like odds and ends from the holiday season that
my
might
gosh.
just be out until next holiday season. Like I think they're just part of our permanent decor now.
Just to be rude about it, I always say our house poops Christmas. Like there will be a little mini Christmas tree or Santa that will pop up in July. And I'm like, how does it get all over the house?
Doesn't it bring you joy?
I know, exactly. Other people's chaos brings me joy too. But I think that was one of the things we learned. And especially when you do have kids, it's so hard to arrange babysitting, get all the schedules, and it's just easier to go from house to house.
And the whole family.
Yeah. So talk about practicing what you preach. I love you invited our family over and Winsome did the most amazing meal. It was a polenta board. We sat around the kitchen counter, and I love this because it wasn't like this fancy, intimidating, like, oh, the table's set. And it was
Not how I roll.
you put down paper. It was like parchment paper.
Wax paper. Yep.
And then I love charcuterie boards because I'm not a very good cook. So I can charcuterie my way out of anything. But this was like, took it to the next level. It was polenta and you would roast veggies and then we grilled some sausages and the guys were barbecuing.
Yep.
How, talk to me about the polenta board. That is an amazing idea for just a grab and go, something for everyone.
Yeah.
And an easy entertaining.
So, I mean, it's so fun. It's so casual. It just feels like a really experiential, right? Like meal where everyone gets to appreciate how beautiful it looks. But then we all just kind of dive in, like put your own food on your own plate kind of thing. So this is an idea that my husband and I discovered actually during COVID. There's this amazing Italian restaurant in Yonkers. We were in New York at the time visiting family. And the chef he has this meal called the polenta table, but he wasn't able to have anyone in the restaurant because it was COVID, right? Everyone was at home. So instead, he had these like kits that he would ship out to people, or you can go pick it up and bring it home. And there was like really, wonderful instructions on how to prepare everything, how to present everything. We made this for the first time, poured out this polenta literally on the counter on top of like parchment paper, threw all the things on. And then my family and I just like gathered around. Of course, we were all in each other's inner COVID circles. So we were comfortable doing this, but it just felt like a really refreshing way to just kind of get back to this dining experience that we had been craving.
We're talking about it. You end up serving other people because you're on the side with the roast pork and they're on the side with the sausages. And the kids all found something.
Yes.
I mean, we had one teenager who I wouldn't call picky, but she's still a teenager. And your 2 little boys. And all the kids got into it. So
it's so fun.
I love that idea. I am going to try it too.
Yes, please try it.
I will.
And I want to come try it with you.
I know. How hard is polenta to make?
It's kind of a process because it takes a lot of like stirring.
Okay.
So you have to kind of stay over the pot the whole time to make sure that the cornmeal doesn't stick to the edges. Or stick
Stella's
to itself.
pretty good. Maybe Stella could be my stir.
Put her on the polenta.
My professional
you
stir.
You can go on the grill. Or
Yeah, exactly. No, but
I'll bring the parchment paper.
And I think it's finding like your hack. What is the hack that I can do? I know I can like have people over, and that's just so interactive.
Yes. Yeah. And it's fun for the kids, like you mentioned.
I know.
Being a working mom, sometimes it's not about, the actual food you're making. It's how you serve it.
Yes.
That will get them engaged and get them excited about eating.
It's really true. So talking about being a working mom, you are in the thick of it with 2 littles. How old are your boys?
3 and 5.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they're best frenemies, I like to call them. Can't live without each other, but they also are like immediately fighting as soon as they start to play. So,
So how are you juggling all of that? And do you work from home?
Yes. So I do work from home. They're both in daycare. So that is immensely helpful. I drop them off at like 8 in the morning, pick them up at 5 in the afternoon. So I get a full day. But, you know, there are, of course, those days where the school is closed or they're sick or, you know, something is going on where they have to be home with me. And that is something that I'm still learning how to manage, if I'm being totally transparent. You know, I'm sure you've had the instance of being on a Zoom call and then like your kid walks up and it's like, I have to, you know, do number 2. And you're like, I'm so sorry.
Yes. No, I mortifying moments working from home with children.
Yeah.
You know, at the same time though, I do feel like my daughter got to know some of my colleagues and their kids around town. At some point during COVID, when Marianne was very alone in Switzerland and getting a plant, Stella was deeply concerned about her. So any call I was on, she was like, "Is that Marianne? I need to make sure she's okay."
Oh, that's awesome.
But you know, it's interesting when you are working alone or you're working from home remotely, which is increasingly happening. Not just in the coast, but here in West Michigan, and you're constantly on Zoom.
Yes.
And it's so different than face to face.
So different. So different. Talk about not being able to really read someone's body language, like feel the energy. Even just like looking at the person, you know, like we have to look in the camera so that the other person feels like we're actually looking at them. So there's like no eye contact there. Which is really interesting.
And they're saying that I've read different studies that talk about the emotion work, the interpersonal work it takes to get through a Zoom call, where you're trying to read all the different body languages and even that minuscule gap in what the video's doing versus what it slows it down, creates more work. And then just studies about a lot of people do not want someone in their space. So if you do not have space in your home. You know, I had colleagues who were trying to do work from a closet.
With like the bookshelf,
because they had toddlers, background. They had a small home. And I think, you know, there's something slightly invasive when you don't get to decide, I am work Lori, I am home Lori, you know, be it the art hanging or the clutter. I mean, we've all done that. Been like, oh, re-angle my camera. Oh, those
I'm
dishes.
just going to push all the clutter in front of the camera.
Exactly. That's not 3 days of dishes. No. You know, makes it even more important to make sure we are connecting.
And we have so much more grace for each other when we're in person, I think. On a Zoom call, there's this vulnerability, right? Like half your group might be on mute, so you don't even know, like if
oh my God, that ongoing like Lori, you're mute.
So it's just easier to show up for people in person and actually be present. I so agree. So Winsome, this podcast is called The Art of Awareness. And I do like to try and ask everyone. Sometimes I forget, but I'm not going to forget today. What does the art of awareness mean to you? Like, what are you becoming more aware of, or what do you wish others were more aware of? That's such a great question. It's kind of a deep question. Let's see. I mean, for the art of awareness in general, what does this mean to me? It means hearing other people's stories the way they want to tell their story. I think we often are exposed to people, especially in our community, through the work that they're doing, but you don't really get a chance to hear from them what inspired them, why this is their passion, why this is something that they think the world really needs. And I mean, we all have such a unique perspective, and the work that we're doing brings us such life, such fulfillment. Like, I want to really know more about why you are the way you are, why you do what you do. What am I becoming more aware of? That's, I mean, I think you kind of said it best. Like, there are so many dynamic, interesting people doing amazing work in our community. When I moved here from New York City, I had no idea what to expect. I didn't know, you know, I was like, is there going to be, like, is it a stoplight, like, out of town? Are we going?
Here's our general store in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
are there going to be a lot of people there? But
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, since moving here, I think that I have learned that people are so committed to helping this community grow. And that means a lot of different things for different people. But at the end of the day, being a part of that culture of wanting to see our community thrive, is beautiful. And I love that I have become aware of what Grand Rapids is and what we're made of here. And I love sharing that with other people.
That's awesome. I'm like kind of tearing up because I'm like, I am so proud of the focus on community. And I think the more of us that find a way in a space to have our voices be a part of that, like the stronger we are.
Absolutely.
We're all in this together, in the famous words of High School Musical.
And it's going to be a work in progress for a long time.
It is.
I mean,
it's not going to be perfect, but it's like you get the right to complain when you go and make change.
Yes.
Which is why, as part of the Art of Awareness, we are starting to do events. Come as you are events. These are once a quarter. Show up.
They're amazing.
Literally. We just did our first. Winsome was there. Yes. And we're going to start organizing these on breakingbread.ai. So if you haven't gone onto our website, theartofawareness.org, and subscribed and given us your email, please do theartofawareness.org. And we'll be sending you an invitation for Breaking Bread so that not only are we doing the quarterly events, but then people can start organizing their own activities.
Amongst themselves. Yeah.
I know. And I just love it because then it's not an organization controlling who you meet and what you do.
Right.
It's actually the people.
Yep.
Power to the people.
And I mean, I think you stated it perfectly, right? Like giving people the empowerment to go and find others that maybe have similar interests.
Right.
Or who are looking for different perspectives the way they are. And really defining, like what it is that you hope to get out of the Art of Awareness group. That's the power of the platform. And it enables everyone to be a part of the gathering story.
Exactly.
You don't have to wait for the next official event.
Every time you talk, I'm like, oh, I can think of a new idea. Oh, I can like a lot of times we used to have 35 interns in one office at Logitech. And I'm like, and they were always trying to connect with each other because they had transportation things they were solving for, housing. And they wanted to just get together because so many came from outside Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is like perfect.
Yeah.
So I really love the idea. How we will be using it. How can other people who have an organization that they want to bring this into, how do they find you and how do they get set up?
Yeah. So breakingbread.ai is the website. You can sign up directly and poke around and start creating your own communities, creating your own events if you want to. Or you can find me. Winsome at breakingbread.ai is my email. I'm around town. I'm in coffee shops. I'm on a couple of boards. So, yeah.
Should be breaking bread everywhere.
Come break bread with me.
I know. I love it. Winsome, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I always love seeing people who came from big cities to Grand Rapids because it just brings these new perspectives and ideas for ways we can keep our village our village.
Yeah.
And it is all together. So I appreciate all you have done. And with that, I'm going to read us out. Huge thanks to everyone for listening today and to our guest, Winsome Kirton of breakingbread.ai. We are The Art of Awareness, a nonprofit based right here in West Michigan, and we are bringing community together one story at a time. Please go onto YouTube, follow us, Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts, or find us at our website, theartofawareness.org. I'm Lori Duthie, your host. This is Megan Hollingsworth, our art director behind the camera. And my producer is Christy Hollingsworth, who does not have a to-do list because I have not made any notes of things she has to look up today. Except maybe that polenta table. I really want to find that restaurant and get some credits for that. Thank you all. Stay tuned. And until then, stay aware and stay connected.